What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to On Location with the Fans View Podcast here in Augusta, Georgia at Next Level Championship Wrestling. I am standing beside a bad man, MLW's own
Alex Kane.
Alex Kane. So sorry. Let me try that again. I am standing next to MLW's own Alex Kane. Alex, first of all, brother, how are you doing tonight?
I'm great.
You look great.
Thank you.
You look
Thank
great.
You. Stylish.
When did you first fall in love with this thing we all love called professional wrestling?
Man, I think it was. I went to a yard sale. This guy had the Winged Eagle WWF title. I didn't know anything about wrestling, but he showed me that looked cool to me. And then he had Stone Cold's Demolition, the VHS.
Yeah.
And he kind of told me about Stone Cold Steve character, and I was like, that's cool. I'll take this home. And I watched the moment I popped it in and watched it, I literally watched it every day to the point to where my mom was like sick of it. I think she threw it away.
Oh,
sadly.
Come on, Mom. If anybody knows you or has followed your career, they know like you're tearing it up in MLW. You have. What is it about MLW that kind of separates it? Because there's a lot of wrestling companies out there, maybe not at that level. What is it about MLW that separates it from the others, though?
I think that it is very much hybrid wrestling. It has that combat sports feel to it, and we have literally every style you can think of. We even added deathmatch.
Yes,
deathmatch wrestlers. We got luchadors. We have grapplers. We have catch style. We have it all. And I think that's lacking in a lot of other wrestling companies.
Yeah.
And then under like MLW, like even though we've grown so much, we still have that underground feel to it. So I think that's what separates us from everybody else.
Yeah, and I would definitely agree with that. Whether it be MLW or some of your independent bookings, do you have a couple people that are like come to mind when I ask you who are your favorite people to step inside the ring with?
Oh man, let's see. Well, hopefully I get to do it again. But Jacob Fatu was definitely a really, really great match for me. Josh Alexander was another great one that I liked that I enjoyed.
Yes.
Sal Renaro, who I'm wrestling tonight. I wrestled him in like my second year of wrestling before I really blew up, and I really, really enjoyed that match. Joe Black. Probably one of my favorite opponents. I think I've wrestled him like 5 times at this point. And I will wrestle him every single day.
I love that answer. Joe on the card tonight too as well. You've been grinding. You've been, in MLW. What is it at this point in your career that motivates you to keep grinding? Like you're not at that point, of the WWE superstardom where you got your travels paid for, your hotels. You have to do it all yourself.
I do have my travel. Some of my travels paid for. Not all of them, but some of them.
I mean, yes.
Yeah. But I get what you're saying.
But what is it about that grind? What keeps you motivated to keep it?
Man, I want to wrestle in Japan, dog. I really want to wrestle in Japan. I may have some things shaking here and there. Really can't say too much about that. But that's what's really driving me right now. I want to wrestle in Japan.
Absolutely. Let me ask you this, and I want you to finish this sentence for me. 2025 is going to be successful for me if I...
Keep going.
Keep
riding for the people. Keep riding for Bomaye. Bomaye is for the people.
Love it. Love it. And this is the Fans View Podcast, so I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you, what are you a fan of outside of professional wrestling?
Oh, man. Romantic comedies.
Love that answer.
Grey's Anatomy.
Love that more.
And personal training, because that's what I do for a
job. Cheap plug. Let's do it. I love that answer so much. I want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast, man. Sir. Hopefully we can do this again a little bit longer form, and I won't almost call you Sal Renaro next time, I swear.
That's fine. I like Sal.
Where can people get a hold of you on social media?
Twitter is Alex_Kane11. TikTok is the same. Instagram is the Suplex Assassin. YouTube is Alex Kane 1.
Beautiful. I'll make sure to get that in the description. Make sure to go support Alex and tell him you want him back on the Fans View Podcast, guys. But until next time, don't forget, call your mom.
Hey, you. Yeah, watching this right now. I see you. If you're enjoying what you're watching, I've got one quick favor to ask, and it only takes a second, costs you nothing, and makes a huge difference. If you could go ahead and hit that like button, maybe drop a comment. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed. Doesn't seem like much, but for small creators, it's everything. So let's help more people find this channel and keep the content coming. And honestly, I'm pretty sure the podcast will be really grateful. So if you're having fun, you like what you see, make it official, click those buttons. And the Fans View podcast, we'll see you next time. Bye, friends.